kind of a person kills a dog for no reason?
Colleen. Jesus, the thing is that it's so much worse than that. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Bad. We're hopping into episode 7 of season 4, and this one's titled Problem Dog. Now, I have no idea what this episode is probably going to be about, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say it might have to do with Jesse. And the only reason why I say that is because the character that is, I would say, most used and just kind of played around with is Jesse. You know, just how his righteousness is used, how his emotions are used. And not to say that, he's innocent of, everything or anything like that. Like, he has no agency. He definitely does have agency. It's just that agency is sometimes not up to him. Even though he may feel it, he's constantly being pulled, whether that's from, Walter or Gus. And, we're seeing examples of that. So that's where, I'm taking a guess with that title. But we're going to see where this episode leads to. Last episode was crazy. We had a little bit of that moment with Walt where he just tapped into his Eisenberg towards his wife. And that whole scene was just insane. That was just insane. That was wicked. I was like, what the heck, dude? But that was also a really, really cool moment. But I'm excited to see where this episode leads to. I'm excited to see where all the, the droplets from the last episode, or honestly, this entire season, is going to bring us towards. So I'm excited. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to kind of want to jump right into this. But before we do, I just want to remind you guys, in case if you guys want to keep up with the Patreon, we get 2 episodes every week rather than 1. So we're a good bit ahead of the YouTube schedule. And the community itself and the conversations we have on there is actually really fun as well too. So if you want to be a part of that, you can, by all means. You can check out the Patreon link below, where you can find full length to these, as well as the early access, as well as engaging with Patreon polls and the movie selections and all other cool things to come from this channel. So I'm excited to just, be a part of that and have you guys be a part of that. So in case you guys would like to, you guys can join that. It is the best way to support this channel. You can also support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can also just not do any of the things that I just said. You really don't have to. It's only for those who are interested and would like to venture off and, want to engage with this in a different way as well. Add a little bit more to your value. But as always, you don't have to do any of the things I just said. You can just sit back, relax, and get your popcorn and snacks as we hop into episode 7, season 4, titled Problem Dog. Yo, what game is that? Why does that look so familiar? Is that Rage? What? I'm pretty sure that's Rage, right? Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Yo, I love these shots where they just stick the camera on the damn thing. It looks so cool. Now, obviously, video games have no correlation to, this type of activity, but how they are using it and how he's trying to, subsequently numb himself to, obviously, the murder he did. It's unique, and it makes a lot of sense, especially for Jesse's character. But I do want to, state that scientifically, there's no correlation. I don't want people, getting the wrong idea, thinking the video games are, the reasonings for some stuff. But here, I appreciate what they're doing.
And please just don't tangle with anyone.
Shout out to Skip McDonald, by the way, the editor.
Bueno, Martin, muy bueno.
Editing in this season has been really fun, by the way. Especially with how triggers work to characters. And editing is a great usage of that. Yo, I was not ready to see Walt just ripping this thing. Are you serious? I hope this doesn't just end up with him crashing into a damn hole. What are you thinking about doing, man? What are you thinking about doing? Oh, man. See, I knew he was going to do something stupid, man. I didn't think it was going to be like this. Dude. It's like, just go bowling or something, man.
Oh, how long do you think that would take? No, I'm sure he'll see.
Oh my goodness. It just goes to show you how much he really cares about this. He's so sporadic about it. Like, at first, this car is so important. And then when it doesn't serve its value for him anymore, he just doesn't need it. Quite literally burns it.
I caught this thing before it got into the system. That means your record stays clean, the wife never finds out. I've been working magic here. I can at least get an attaboy.
Dude, Saul is just...
Rebel without a cause.
This dude, like, yeah, Walt and Gus are pretty powerful forces. But Saul is just... I don't know. It's weird. Like, I feel like he's on the same level as Gus and Walt. He just doesn't put himself on that pedestal because he just knows better. It doesn't match his vibe. But I feel like he's just as a force of nature as those two.
You talking about a hitman?
Assuming that's still what they're called.
Wrong answer. That's what the kids call epic fail. These guys, they know Mike, and Mike knows them.
What are you telling me? Mike knows everyone who does this?
Who do you think gave me their names? I mean,
Yeah, how about that?
Gus Fring, hey, just winging that guy is not gonna ameliorate your situation, not by a damn sight.
All true. All facts.
I was at a diner with Mike, and he just shows up. Okay, they send me outside, and the two of them talk. That's it.
Gotta say, it's good to see him cleaning up the place. Because that place was trash, bruh. That was not good.
He says he sees something in you. What kind of game is he playing? Does he think you're that naive?
God, this method of conversation is crazy. There's a lot of dynamics to piece here. And the way that the shots are holding on to the reactions instead of the person talking to let us know how those words are hitting them. There's a lot going on. I don't even know if I can even touch on it because there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of internal things happening.
Skylar, this is a simple division of labor. I bring in the money, you launder the money. This is what you wanted.
I never wanted any of this.
I've got to go.
Too late for that, Skylar. I'm not gonna lie. A little too late for that. Oh, snap. Going back to the resin, or whatever that is. I'm pretty sure it's probably not resin, but it's some form of it. The intention is the same. Smart. That's smart.
The exercise. Get the blood pumping. Don't worry. You're not gonna have to pick me up. It might take me a while, but I'll get there.
Good to see Hank doing his thing, but oh boy. He is going straight to the lion's den, and he is quite not ready to be doing that.
470 horses, 20-inch
And he got Flynn with him. Oh no.
0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And why would Hank do that? Why would Hank bring Flynn with him?
If ever you're interested in rewarding part-time work, perhaps something after school, my door is always open.
Sounds good.
Oh, man.
He might eat up all your profits.
Oh, man, dude. This is not it. This is not it, man. You're flying way too close to the sun. Or to the crosshairs.
Let's go.
Well, there you go. You're seeing him sooner than expected. Be smart. Be smart with it.
All right, what's the order of the day?
Eyes open, mouth shut.
Is homie wearing a Steve Aoki shirt? Is that what I'm seeing right now? That's kind of cool. That's crazy. He would have died right there if he put it in there. His time would have been up right there. But I wonder what is going down here. I wonder if it's anybody that we know. We've seen these guys before, but who do you work for? The camera's pretty low.
El único que viene soy yo.
¿Y por qué es eso?
Mis gerentes piensan que yo puedo representar sus intereses adecuadamente.
Tome asiento.
That was a very, very interesting cut. And how he said that. It seemed like he wanted to say a lot right there, but he held it in with that inhale. Oh, man. What is the vibe check here? What is the vibe check?
And now I'm like part of the team or whatever? He said he sees something in me. Like what?
Like the title of this episode.
I'd guess loyalty.
Yep. Yep.
Loyalty.
He sees you like the title of this episode, my G.
Putting ourselves on trial, acting as our own judge, jury, and executioner, it's not the answer. Because a lot of the time, all that judging does is just to ensure that we're...
Again, I love moments like this.
Right?
Because it's just a reminder that the creators know what they're doing. They know what they have. They know what's important when it comes to this story. And why everything else just hits. It's really because of moments like this. The human aspect of it. Because a lot of us can't relate to this. At least I hope we can't. But a lot of us can at least relate to forms of this, you know? Instead of the gun violence and drugs and all of that.
A couple weeks back,
What are you about to say?
I killed a dog.
I was wondering. I was wondering if he was going to say that. I knew he probably was going to say killed somebody, but he's in a place where he can be vulnerable, so yeah.
Who cares how you feel?
Damn.
What kind of a person kills a dog for no reason?
Jesus, the thing is that it's so much worse than that.
If you just do stuff and nothing happens, what's it all mean? What's the point?
Damn, his acting is just ridiculous, man. Dude, his acting is phenomenal. It's really wild.
I mean, you back your truck over your own kid and you, like, accept?
Oh, man.
What a load of crap.
Hey,
Oh,
Jesse.
God, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Why I'm here in the first place is to sell you meth. You're nothing to me but customers.
God, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That was a lot. Damn. His acting it's beautiful, man. Like, you really feel that to such a level. And it's even more because you know specifically in what relation he's talking about. But also just, it transcends because you really do a lot of introspection. I don't know, I felt like my brain wasn't running at all. I was just completely absorbed by just him pouring himself out. That scene was beautiful. My man looking dapper, okay. It's good to see him. It's good to see both of them back together.
Next stop, Washington, D.C. Sitting behind a desk, papers piled so high you can't see over them. Hey, better you and me, buddy. Seriously, Congratulations, buddy.
That's good. I love that. I'm happy that, man, because Hank was very understandably bitter about that. And I hated that that kind of put a rift in their relationship. But it's good. It's good.
Well, he's working on a murder case. The victim's a 34-year-old.
I mean, I think that's one of the reasons, or one of the clues to let me know that he's truly healing outside of the physical.
A $300,000 gadget to be perfect for a pharmaceutical plant or a microchip factory, or maybe the biggest meth lab north of the border.
You gotta, man, he's good at his job, bro. He's really good.
Gail Bedecker. So I asked me
It's just, I'm worried for him. I am definitely worried for him.
And a tiny little foothold in American fast food, specifically a local chain, Pollos Hermanos.
Now, I wonder if this is going to conflict with interest because, you know, they know who owns it and they probably get funding from him. So I wonder if there's going to be any hiccups or if they're going to pursue this.
Maybe he's meeting somebody. Well, like maybe this guy.
Wow. Wow. Yo, he pieced it together.
Gustavo Fring.
He absolutely pieced it together. But how is this going to go? You know?
That is, what are Gustavo Fring's fingerprints doing in Gail Bedecker's apartment?
Wow. Oh, and they ended there. That's so crazy, bruh. All right, everybody, we just got done that episode. And yeah, I mean, everything that I've kind of thought the episode title at least was implying turned out to be correct in its way. You know, the title being, I don't have the title actually on my screen right now, but it has something to do with the dog and how I related it with Jesse and how Gus and Walter are both using him like one, and how, you know, Jesse is kind of caught again in the middle of things. It just seems like there's just this cycle that he just always finds himself in between. And it's always just in between Gus and Walter. That scene though, during the circle, that was a top 5 moment for me. I'm not gonna lie, that was a top 5 moment from this series. You know, just because it's just the performance, but also just the emotion of that and the grayness and how Jesse attacked that grayness, you know, with just anger and resentment, not just for what he did, but for himself. And you can feel that because he's not arguing with everyone there about what he did, even though it's not exactly what he said he's done, but we can piece together and put the clues against one another and kind of like pinpoint at where Jesse feels about himself. And it's tragic, you know, it really is. You can sense the loss, you can sense the regret. It's just, man, it's really difficult. It's so difficult, but that was such a powerful scene that definitely stuck with me. I'm not gonna lie, that really was a powerful scene for me. But yeah, things are definitely gonna be heating up. I can just sense it. I have a feeling that this thing is going to go crazy. Hank is getting closer and closer to the Lion's Den. Man, it's just crazy out here. I'm loving all the really cool camera angles that they've been doing. A lot of perspective shots that, you know, are really quick. And it's not like they add anything to the overarching story or anything like that. But, you know, it's cool to see that they're having fun with it. You know, that they're still attempting new creative ways on telling the story. And I think that just it's good sprinkles on an already phenomenal cake. So, guys, like always, if you want to be able to check out, you know, the early access and all that, you guys know where to find it on the Patreon. But for everybody else, I'll see y'all next week. Stay healthy and stay hydrated because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.